and welcome to Chalk Talk, our weekly visit with Broomhead football coach Todd Staley. Well, Todd, big win last Friday night on the road against your arch rival.
Oh, big win for our program, no doubt. Anytime you can win your rival game, it's big for your school and your community. But I think our kids played well. I thought it was a hard-fought game for both teams, but no doubt we were happy to come out on top.
Honestly speaking, and I know our broadcasting people said that's probably the most focus we have seen a Broom team in a long time.
Well, I think it showed. We really didn't give up big plays defensively. We had no turnovers offensively. I thought our kids came out and executed well. You know, Chesney did a good job on both sides of the ball at times, but I felt like we were the better team that night, and really proud of the way the kids played the whole game.
Chesney had a couple of very exciting players on offense, but one drive, I think, the whole night, but you pretty much kept them contained. And, you know, big play where you stopped them on fourth down late, and then turn around and drive 97 yards to kind of put the game on ice.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better football player in the area than Rowland. Just a tremendous athlete when he can get the ball in his hands. But because of that, he's going to face a lot of double coverage this year. And I know he faced that against Woodruff. He faced it against us. And so it puts them kind of in a bind trying to get the ball to other people. They've got some people to make plays, but like a lot of people, we were going to make them have to run the ball to beat us. And fortunately, they weren't patient enough to do that. When they did take the ball down and score, they did run it. But obviously in the third quarter, tremendous goal line stand by our kids. And the big play I really felt like was the third down and about 8 for us, backed up on about the 5-yard line. And Chase Henry hits Bryant Foster for about a 50-yard gain. Big momentum change.
The player of the game, Fats Cafe player of the game, Chase Henry, thought that he gave you some good senior leadership and stepped up and made some big plays, like you said, when he needed to.
Well, he's such a gifted athlete. He doesn't always make the right decision on the option, doesn't always throw it to the right guys in the pass, but he's such a good athlete. He makes up for mistakes a lot of times. And, you know, he's worked hard for 4 years to be in this position. He feels like he can make plays. And I think that's something that we like for more players to have, that attitude that I can make a play when I need to. And, boy, he made some big ones Friday night.
And I know they were excited, your seniors, after the game and talking with them, having the bragging rights for 3 straight years now.
Sure, yeah, that's a big momentum thing for them, no doubt. Something they'll always take with them the rest of their lives. They'll always know that they beat them 3 straight times as sophomores, juniors, and seniors, because a lot of them have been playing on varsity. And, you know, that's a lot of tribute to the kids and the way they played the game.
Not only did Chase have a good game, but Bryant Foster had a good game. And I thought you did a good job of running your option and Chase holding the ball to the last minute to make the pitch. And then when your guys got the ball in the corner, really showed that speed that they had.
Boy, they really did. You know, Cameron Lipscomb's big for us for 2 or 3 years in that position, pitching the ball to him. But Louis Nagy, sophomore, we brought him up after the first week. He's starting at corner, and he's backing up at the H-back where we pitched it to him. And he showed his speed. He's a really 100-meter, 200-meter type kid in track. Not very big, but very, very fast. And we pitched it to him. He got a great block by Nick Crocker out there. And Eli took it to the house for about a 34-yard touchdown run. And he's going to be a good special player.
On the defensive side, thought that Jeremy Woodard had another game and showing his speed. And again, you expect a team like that to move the ball, but I thought your defense did a good job of bending but not breaking.
Oh, there's no doubt. Jeremy Woodard, I believe, on the night tallied like 5 solo tackles, 3 assists, a sack, and a hit for a loss. Cameron Lipscomb at 1 safety position had 7 solos, 2 assists, 2 block passes. Chris Corey, another safety position, 8 solo tackles, an assist, and a block down. Just defensive player after defensive player. Devante Far, 5 hits, 5 assists, a sack, a hit for a loss. Just so many of them came up big for us Friday night. We seemed to make plays at the right time, and a lot of tribute. Our defense is playing well right now.
You mentioned Devante Far. We called him the Ghost because we lost his number on the roster and didn't know who he was, and we were calling him the Ghost. I don't know if he likes that or not, though, but that's a young man that we've really seen really improve throughout the season.
You know, a lot of people remember Dijon.
Right.
You know, Dijon was the 6'6" wideout, free safety, led the area in interceptions, and was a great target. Devontae's just kind of flown under the radar family-wise. Devontae is probably 6'2", 6'3". He's probably 175 pounds. But boy, does he just go hard. He plays hard. Devontae never says a word. I love him as a player. I think any coach would love to have a kid like him as a player because he plays every snap the same way. He gets a sack. He don't jump up. He don't wave his hands. He don't do anything. He just goes back to the huddle and gets ready for the next play.
Last non-conference game coming up this week, Fort Mill, a team that you've had some success with, and I can remember going up there 2 years ago, huge win. The defense pulls it out for you. Again, what can you tell us a little bit about Fort Mill?
Fort Mill, very similar offensive team than what we saw last year. They like to be in the gun and the pistol and two wings and 2 and 3 wide, a lot like us. Their coach and us have been to similar coaching clinics to get similar ideas. It's not exactly like ours, but it's a little bit relative. They got the same quarterback back, very similar scheme. Defensively, they look a lot the same. Hard to judge how good they are. They're 2-2. They got an opening week win against Lugolf Elgin. They won last week against the Louisville. They lost a heartbreaker to Ridgeview in the second week, and then they lost pretty good to Clover, but a lot of people lose to Clover. So it's hard to tell. On film, I think they're a better football team than they were last year.
Don't want to jinx you, but this will be your 4th road game this year, and you're 3-0 so far, and really have played some very good football on the road this year.
We really have. I like road trips. This is going to be our longest one, no doubt. About an hour and 20 minutes up there. But it just seems like you don't have as much time to sit around and wait as you do on a home game. You're going to you're going to do your pregame. You're going to get your uniforms. You're going to get on that bus, and you're going to go get ready to play. And I think hopefully our kids will come out ready again on Friday night.
What do you see the key matchups and keys to the game as being for Friday night?
Yeah, they show so many formations offensively that one of the things is going to be that our defense can just get lined up and get our base defensive calls. We don't want to have to be making a lot of changes. We don't have to be making a lot of adjustments. If we can just get up there and play good base, sound defense, then I think we'll be okay. Offensively, we need to run the football and don't turn it over again. I keep saying it over and over. We threw for 250 yards last week. We threw for over 200 and some yards the week before. And so we're actually throwing the ball more yardage-wise than what I expected us to this point of the year. We want to run the football. We want to be a good option football team. We feel like if we do that, it makes our passing game better. So no doubt I want to run the football.
Playing a team very similar to that, how big is an advantage of that? Defensively, you kind of know what to stop and what they're going to do. Does that give you any kind of advantage?
Well, no doubt our defense sees us running similar type stuff since day one. So I think they're prepared for the zone option type look. There's going to be a dive. The quarterback's going to keep it. There's going to be a pitch. So our guys have had a chance to practice against that look. So to me, that's a little bit of advantage. It'll be a lot different next week when we're preparing for a Mid-Carolina who likes to run the Palmetto Clover type, double wing stuff.
Oh, God. I can hardly wait for that.
Yeah.
But we look forward to making the trip up there. It was a lot of fun last year going to Fort Mill, and I'm sure it'll be a good trip again this year. Good luck.
We look forward to it, Coach. Thank you.